Hey everybody, Alex Miller at Capnion here, coming to you from Duluth, Georgia. Now, you may have seen me talk before about our software development kit, Ghost PII, and we're working on this all the time, whether it shows up in these videos or not. And we're at a point where it's really world-class in a lot of ways, and I encourage you to generally check it out. Specifically, though, I'm here to talk to you today about, we have a dollop of improvements that we're just about to release, and I'm really excited about it, and I wanted to do a little bit of storytelling here. So we have dubbed this release of a number of new features and improvements Cheetah, because it's all about speed. And in a second, I'm going to tell you about a little bit about what's under the hood. Before I do that, if you haven't seen me talking about this before, the point of Ghost PII is we don't want to force you to know too much about what's under the hood. The idea is that you're working with encrypted data in Python in a very similar way to how you maybe have always been working with data in Python, but now you have a level of control of risk, of who sees what, of managing data leakage, that's very powerful beyond anything you would get another way. And so really the point is that for a lot of things you do with data, you want a model coefficient, you want an average, you want something high level like this that's really what's going to drive a business decision. And having the whole data set of names and addresses or ages or whatever it might be is really a liability you don't actually interface with that much. Okay, but what's in Cheetah? Calling it Cheetah because it's fast, purrs like a exotic motorcycle. A number of things on the very back end that are all about making computationally expensive things like encrypted search and machine learning really fast. So the computer science crowd, maybe you've heard of something called a hash function. Really important in these sorts of search applications, data retrieval, similar. Just what is it, in case you don't know? It takes whatever kind of input, has a relatively standardized output. The standardized output should separate for different things you put in, so you can use this to filter a list. And this is kind of where it comes up in these database and search applications. I'll admit that's an oversimplification, but it's the right idea. The point of doing this kind of thing with Ghost PII is you don't have the real data, you have encrypted data that you can't see. But then you can get the hash value like you had the real data. And this is very powerful because lots and lots of things in software you use are built on top of these hash functions. And we've taken these components and we have really refined them. I think maybe there's nothing else in the world like this. It's really a gazelle made of sex and rockets. We've really got it down really fast. And you're going to see, of course, encrypted search is something you can do in Ghost PII. You don't need to know what a hash function is. You can just say, find this word and this string for me. But we've done some really amazing work on the back end that this is going to be really fast. We've also done a whole bunch of different things about enabling machine learning, statistics models, computations like this. I'm not going to get into them all here, but I will talk about one of them that's pretty interesting. So we've added an operation. If you have a data frame, you've got it cleaned up, you're ready to compute a model. If you're a data scientist or adjacent to that world, you know what this means. You can do this operation. It's going to optimize the kind of ugly back-end reality of the encrypted data in that data frame. And it's going to make it so it's really lean and mean relative to Ghost PII, how Ghost PII works. And it's going to make things a lot faster for you if you use it correctly. So why is all of this important? So this is a pretty cool trick, right? You have encrypted data, you do some kind of computation on it, and you still get the high-level answer, the model, the summary, statistic, whatever it was, like you had the real data. It's always going to cost something in terms of computational time to do it this way, but it doesn't have to be that bad. And we've been thinking about you. What is your real workday like? We're at the point now where you can be working into the tens of thousands or millions of rows. You want to compute a model, a linear regression model, for example. It's going to be a little bit slower, but it's fast enough you can go up and get another cup of coffee, and when you come back, your model is going to be ready. So it's something that can fit into your workday. And if you're computing 10,000 models over and over, maybe it's a problem. But once again, the whole point of Ghost PII is we want to let you do things in Python how you've always done them. And the power of these improvements is that you can now do these really sophisticated computations and everything that's built on top of them, and have some confidence that even though you're employing this really sophisticated technology, it's going to be fast enough that it's going to fit into your day and your workflow. And of course, once again, we're here to try to help you get things done and to employ something really powerful to get things done without feeling the really cool, really heavy lift that you're really doing. So that's coming out today-ish, this release. Cheetah, look out for it. You can go to our GitHub, play with it anytime you want. We've got a binder server up with notebooks demonstrating these things. I think it's really exciting. And if data privacy comes up in your work some way, people will give you data, you need to protect data, the data is sensitive, maybe it can really transform your relationship with some of these problems in a positive way. Check it out.